Hi everyone, this is Marianne. Welcome to my Wishlist Life. So today's video, I'm going to share with you my wishlist plants versus my swipelist plants. But before I start this video, I hate videos that has really long intros, but just this once, I promise I'm not going to make a habit out of it. I just want to take time to thank everyone who's seen my plant collection video. It's my first video that hit over 2,000 views, and because of that, I gained a lot of new subscribers and hopefully new friends. And I finally hit the 100 subscribers mark here on YouTube, so yay! Thank you to everyone who watched my videos, not just the plant collection video, and you're really motivating me and inspiring me to create better content for this channel. And I really hope you stay with me as I document my plant journey on YouTube, because I do have a lot of ideas and plans for this channel, including maybe Vlogmas. Yeah, Vlogmas, but with a plentiful twist. So each episode of my Vlogmas will have plant related stuff in it, but I'm still brainstorming ideas, and I have a lot of ideas that I really need to pare down and finalize, and just to make sure that I can do it and also do it well, because I want to provide you quality videos, not just a lot of videos. And I want to make sure each time I put out a video, I'm upping the quality and I'm challenging myself and giving you better content. And maybe, you know, the changes or the improvements might not be as visible, maybe better production, better lighting, better audio, better me, better me speaking in front of the camera. And even though the videos might not be perfect, but they're going to be videos that I'm very proud to share with you guys. And because one thing I've learned in my plant journey is, you know, seeking growth, not perfection. And that's what I aim for my videos as well. And also to show my gratitude to everyone who've watched my videos and have subscribed, I'm hosting my very first giveaway. Yay! So for this giveaway, I'm giving away propagations of my string of hearts and my string of pearls. I know I mentioned in previous videos, and I don't know why I keep lying on my videos, that I'm not gonna do this or do that with my plants, and in the next video I was like, joke, I actually did it. But yeah, for my string of hearts, I said that I wasn't gonna propagate from it into the next growing season. But yeah, I gave that girl a haircut. She has, you know, she has layers now. I gave her a long bob, and now I'm propagating all those cuttings that I made from her. So I'm giving away the string of hearts propagation that I showed you guys in my latest vlog, but I'm going to add a little bit more cuttings to it so that it becomes a bit more fuller. And I'm also going to add with it my propagations of my string of pearls. How to participate in this giveaway is a pretty standard giveaway. The rules are going to be in the description, and later on in this video I will talk about the rules and mechanics of the giveaway. But now let's get on to the content that this video is supposed to be about, which is my wishlist plants versus my swipelist plants. So for my wishlist plants, baby, it's okay, let me just film and I'm gonna feed you. Yes, baby, let me just talk about my wishlist plants and then I'm gonna go feed you. Yeah, all right. So for my wishlist plants, I'm not gonna include plants like Thai constellation monstera and variegated string of hearts, you know, plants that are in everyone's wish list. That's a given. So I'm not going to include it in the list. Okay, before I start, I just want to give a shout out to Becca of Della Plants. I got the idea for this video from her, and also Just Myra and Minimalist Callie. I saw their videos making this. I saw them making these videos and I got inspired to do the same, and I also did a hybrid of the videos they created. And yeah, so okay, I'm gonna feed my dog first and then I'm gonna continue filming, because this is not gonna happen until I feed him. So yeah.
2 hours later.
So okay, my wishlist plants. When I sat down and wrote the list, I actually initially had 20 plants on that list. And even for an imaginary plant haul, that was too many plants. So I was able to pare it down to just 6, maybe 8 if you include my second or third choice. What I did is I picked the top 5 genera of plants that I really like, and from each genus I picked the variety that I want the most. This is in no particular order, but the first plant that is in my wish list is the Syngonium variegata albo. Aside from heart-shaped leaves, I like arrowhead-shaped leaves, so I think that's what drew me to the Syngonium. But I don't think I'm gonna start collecting Syngoniums. But when I got this pink neon Syngonium, this really opened my eyes to looking into more syngoniums and also more pink plants. So for the syngonium, I don't know if I'm going to start collecting them. I don't think I would, but I would definitely want the syngonium variegata elbow as part of my plant collection. So the next two plants on my wish list will hopefully be the newest addition to my pothos collection. I know I've said in the past, I'm pretty much done with my pothos collection. I'm not going to add anymore, but as usual, I lied. But these two plants, I actually just recently learned about them. And the first one is the Philodendron Cream Splash, or the Gabby Philodendron. They look similar to the Philodendron Brazil, but their variegation is this pale yellow off-white color instead, and it looks really pretty, and I think it would really fit well in my pothos collection. And the second one is the Scindapsus tribii Moonlight, and there's also the Scindapsus tribii Dark Form. But if I have to choose between the two, I prefer the Scindapsus tribii Moonlight because I like the silvery shiny leaf it has, which I like better than the silvery and pothos. So hopefully when I do my updated pothos collection, I already have those two plants as part of my collection. Because if you've seen my pothos collection video, is that I said in that video I wanted a Cebu blue pothos and neon pothos to be part of my collection, and shortly after that I got those two plants. So maybe this time it would work again. After I put out this video, I would get the Scindapsus tribii Moonlight and the Philodendron Cream Splash very soon. So when it comes to Hoyas, I never really got the attraction or appeal to them, even though the Hoya Carrii was on the very top of my wish list. And my Hoya Carrii, which is right here, and a quick update, it has grown 2 new leaves. This is one of my favorite plants in my collection. But even though it's my favorite, it never inspired me to look at more Hoyas. I got a cutting of a Hoya Hinderope on clearance at Lowe's. I got it because why not? It's clearance. And then I got my Hoya Carnosa. By the time that I got my Hoya Carnosa, which is my most expensive plant in my collection, that's when I'm kind of like, hey, maybe I do like Hoyas after all. But if I'm gonna be real honest, I know there's a lot of varieties of Hoyas, but they all look the same to me. Like seriously, most of them look the same to me. Bitch, is you blind? If you remember that scene with Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep, there was this scene where the fashion editor was holding 2 similar looking belts, and she was like, they're so different, I don't know which one to choose. And then Anne Hathaway laughed, and she was like, and the Meryl Streep was like, why are you laughing? Well, I'm sorry, I'm new to this, and they just look the same to me. So I'm Andy in this situation. Like, those Hoyas, most of them look the same to me. Even the Hoyas on my wish list, I'm happy to get just any one of them. I don't need all of them because to me, they all look alike. And that is the Hoya Crimson Princess, the Hoya Wadii, and the Hoya Kentiana Variegata. I think the difference between them is how narrow the leaves are, but then again, if they're in front of me, trust me, I won't be able to tell them apart. So I'm okay with just getting any one of them, and I don't need all 3 of them. Other varieties in the Hoya family that I'm interested in is the Hoya Fishtail. That one I can really tell apart because it has a distinctive look, and the Hoya Linearis. And I love trailing plants. I'm a sucker for them, and I think they would make great additions to my green wall if I ever get my hands on them. So the last plant on my wish list is actually an herb, but I want to include it in this list even though I have a separate wish list for herbs. As I've mentioned in a couple previous videos, next growing season I'm thinking of shifting my focus or expanding into edibles and herbs, and eucalyptus is definitely on top of that list. I'm fine with any variety of eucalyptus, but I think the Eucalyptus gunnii, if that's how you pronounce it, is the easiest one to get and the one that could survive as a potted plant, because eucalyptus are mostly grown as trees. And before I started my plant collection, I always get eucalyptus cuttings from Trader Joe's. And this time I kind of want to try to grow a eucalyptus plant, and hopefully I'll get my hands on them next growing season. So that's it for my wishlist plants. So before I tell you all about my Swipelist plants, I'm going to share the details of my giveaway real quickly. To enter, it's really simple. You just have to subscribe to me here on YouTube and also follow me on Instagram. My handle is @myoasislife. And then like this video and leave a comment down below what your wishlist plans are. So yeah, that's it. It's very easy, but unfortunately I have to limit this giveaway to those who live in the US. I wish I could do an international giveaway, but maybe that's something that I'll be able to do in the future. But right now it's just for US residents only. And also you have to be at least 18 years old. And if not, please do get the consent of your parents, because just in case you win, you'll have to give your mailing address to me so I can send you the plants. So that's it. That's the details of the giveaway. It's also down in the description. And yeah, let's get on to my Swipelist plant.
Bitch, is you blind?
So my Swipelist plants are plants that are popular or common within the plant community, but I'm just not into them. They're plants that I would swipe left on. I'm not trying to be controversial. The plants that I'm going to mention are plants that are part of your collection and plants that you really love, then I'm happy for you. And the main reason that they're really on my swipe list is not because I hate them, it's because that they're not right for my environment, they are not right for my lifestyle, and they don't fit my aesthetic. And really what it boils down to is that I know the chance of the survival of the plant if I bring them home is very low. So I don't want to waste my time and energy investing in a plant that I know I'm just going to kill. So I'd rather just, stay away from them and let other plant lovers love them. So kind of like my wishlist plants, I'm going to go by genus. And for the first 3 or 4 that I'm going to mention, there's going to be exceptions to those, that there's still a plant from those genus that I would still like to have. But for the rest, they're just like plant varieties and cultivars that I'm staying away from. The first one on my swipe list is the Tradescantia plants. I think the big influence why they're off my list is because of its common name. I think it's very discriminatory, and that's not the plant's fault. It did not give itself that common name, but if I'm going to be honest, it affected my desire to get that plant. But I also heard they're kind of finicky to take care of. But there is one plant from the Tradescantia family, or a relative of the Tradescantia family, that I want to get, and that is the Tradescantia tricolor pink, or the Calesia repens. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm starting to get into pink plants, and especially the tricolor plants, and I thought those are like really beautiful, and the Tradescantia tricolor or the Calesia repens really caught my eye. So for the next one, I don't think it's going to come as a surprise, especially for plant beginners who are advised to stay away from this plant until we have more experience, because they can get real finicky, and it's the prayer plants, the Calatheas, the Amaranthus, and the Stromanthes. So I actually owned a Calathea for a short period of time. I was able to get a small cutting of Calathea, and it did well under my care, but I ended up giving up in a plant swap because when I had it, I wasn't really that in love with it. And like I mentioned in this video or in previous videos, I am not really into plants with different colors. I like my plants mostly green, and if they are going to be variegated, it's a specific kind of variegation. It takes a really special plant for me to want the variegated version of it. But my exception among prayer plants is the Stromanthe tricolor pink. I guess you're seeing a pattern here. Anything that's tricolor pink, I like. But I also heard Stromanthes are the easiest to take care of among all prayer plants. And I feel a little bit more confident bringing home a Stromanthe tricolor pink, since they're a little bit more low maintenance than other Calatheas and Amaranthus. So the next one are peperomias. I don't like peperomias, even though I have 2, maybe 3 of them in my collection, if I include the Pilea peperomioides. And I think it's really mostly because of the Pilea peperomioides. It's my only failed plant. My plant is still alive. It's just not doing as well as it's supposed to. So I don't really know, and I tried everything to fix it, but I just don't think I'd have the right environment for it. And I also have a peperomia. I don't even know the variety of it, but it's the very common one. And then I also got one from a plant swap, a peperomia pixie, which is actually thriving under my care, but I'm just not into peperomias, and I don't really see the appeal in them. So the last plant genus that I'm staying away from but have an exception are begonias. And again, it's just mainly because I don't like plants with different colors. And the exception I'm making to that is, of course, the Begonia maculata wadii, or the polka dot plant. I saw one in person at a Fairchild Tropical Garden. I don't know if it's the Begonia maculata wadii, but if not, close enough. If the plant that I saw was, a different, more rare plant. So the last 5 plants I'm going to mention are plants I'm completely staying away from, just because they're high maintenance, pest magnets, and or toxic to pets. And as you've seen earlier, I have a dog. So the first one are alocasias. I actually love alocasias, but I like them outdoors. I don't think they work well as a houseplant, at least in the environment that I have. And even when I go to garden centers, they're already like half dead at the garden center. What more if I bring it home? They're just gonna die completely. And I just completely wasted my money. Although I have a neighbor who grows alocasias in their front yard and they're really beautiful. So like I said, if it's outside, I like them. And if I'm gonna get alocasias, it's probably something for outdoors, but it's not something that I would treat as a house plant. And that's the same thing with palms. We had majestic palms in the house way before I started my plant journey. And my very first true plant that I owned was actually a majestic palm my parents gave me when I moved into my college apartment. But they're just pest magnets and they don't really thrive inside our house. And when you buy them at garden centers, they're not stable because they're not potted really well. I love them if they're outside, but inside the house, they just do not work. And for the next plant, it's the same thing. Aglaonemas or Chinese evergreen. This one is I'm really sad about because there's an aglaonema that I really want. But because the Chinese evergreen that we currently have in the house has aphids and thrips, and it gave my Tomatophyllum bivenatophyllum aphids and thrips, and I was so livid when that happened. And luckily I was able to get rid of the aphids and thrips from my plant very easily, but that Chinese evergreen still has thrips and aphids up to now. And that made me scared and wary of bringing Chinese evergreens homes and aglaonemas homes, just because if they're going to be pest magnets, I don't want them in the house or anywhere near my plants. The next one is the peace lily because they're toxic to pets, and they can be beautiful if they are thriving, but more often than not, I see them already half dead also at garden centers and in nurseries. And I've heard people having a hard time keeping them alive. It's very tricky with the water situation. So I rather just stay away from peace lilies because I do have a dog, and I rather not have plants that are toxic that could be easily within the reach of my dog. And the last one is crotons. I think crotons are actually really beautiful, but again, I see them as outdoor plants. I don't see them as indoor plants. And because they also come in a variety of colors, I'm just not a fan of plants with different colors. I've said it multiple times in this video. So that's why crotons are a no for me as a house plant. So that's it for my wish list versus my swipe list plants. Don't forget to leave down in the comments what your wish list plants are if you want to enter my giveaway. The details are in the description. And if you have swipe list plants, also let me know down in the comments. But to enter my giveaway, all you need to let me know are your wish list plants. And of course, be subscribed to me here on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at my wishlist life. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Have a plantful day. Bye.